Namaskar, and thank you so very much for being a part of this spectacular evening right here. Best Tech Brands 2023, an initiative brought to you by ET Edge. Best Tech Brands plans to unite industry pioneers from different fields to talk and to trade thoughts. And not just that, but we will very soon be appreciating brands that have done that something out of the box and created a name for themselves. To present the opening keynote address, to really redefine a marketer's role in the era of evolving technology, to really talk about expectations and viewpoints, I'm about to present to you a veteran from the industry. So may I request all of you to please put your hands together as I present to you Mr. Harish Bajur, brand guru and founder, Harish Bajur Consulting. A round of applause as he joins us and as we kickstart this fabulous evening together.
Technology lives in every space that you and I touch. And now, having said that, I must say that, how have things changed? Let's look at it. I don't recognize myself the way I was 20 years ago because I used to think I knew marketing and I used to think I knew branding. I used to know business. All these three things have changed very, very dramatically in the last 20 years, and particularly so in the last 6.5 years. A tenure I've tracked, a tenure I research. 6.5 years have seen tech making huge inroads. What's changing? Plenty. The times are changing, firstly. And the first thing that I really think about when things change is that, the quantum speed at which this change occurs. The consumer is changing very, very dramatically. You and I don't know our consumers as much as we used to know maybe 6 months ago. But what's really happened is, in comes the alpha generation now. So the generation of alpha is the generation of youngsters who are born from 2010 onwards. And this is 2023, 13 years have passed. And for the next 2 years, about 2.8 million babies are going to be born every week. 2.8 million babies every week joining this huge gen, alpha gen. The Gen Alpha is redefining the way everything is going to get consumed. And marketers are people who actually make people for people to consume. And typically, the Gen Alpha is consuming differently. The danger point, and this is just one thing I want to leave with you and say, is that we don't understand Gen Alpha at all. But believe it or not, the only real stuff that you and I need to focus on in our marketing abilities is the Gen Alpha. I'll say goodbye on that note. Thank you. Such a pleasure being here with all of you.
What our next panel will be focusing on, where we will be discussing how changing phase in the changing phase can breakthrough technological innovations really help in expanding your business canvas.
How do you bring in innovation with respect to product and services when you look at what you do for your company or elsewhere?
Innovation which is focused on solving a real problem need not be over a period of time. The changing needs of consumers and customers and how they inform what they want from you as a company, and having that degree of relationship and trust built over a period of time, that people will be very transparent with you in terms of looking at you as a partner in problem solving.
How do you manage talent when you know the skills that you have today may not be relevant for tomorrow?
You know that you have a certain specific need that as an organization that you need to go evolve. You create that culture within your organization that starts getting people in, gives them or imparts those values which eventually you do need, and that normally works. Right now, the problem is that as the world is changing, should that style adapt and change? I think yes.
How important it is to stitch new partnership?
Ecosystems become very important. Now the question is, how do you engage? How do you create those seams of engagement? And then hence use that as a mechanism to not only engage with your direct customers, but engage with their customers as well, because that's a whole chain of events that can come up. You get your brand recognized and then take it forward.
What is that tech that is going to be super relevant for your business?
Today, a very typical smart factory generates about 2,200 terabytes data per day, right? and then what are you going to do with that data, what kind of actionable insights, how do you help, let's say, sustainability. I think those are going to be the defining moments, and I'm very sure any technology that helps us crunch that data faster, get us the insights sooner, and make even automated action on that, I think would be the technology that will have significant impact going forward.
How do you advise on to use tech to ensure that we stay targeted towards our ESG and UNDP goals?
How can we really enhance the sustainability practices in manufacturing or in any other industry is a big initiative. There's another big initiative which we have been working on in plastics. Is a plastics initiative is mainly focusing on how do we bring back circularity in terms of recycling, as well as also looking at how can we maybe reduce the use of some of those environmental damaging practices as well. Technologies have a huge role to play, whether it's happening in any of the sectors, and then making the whole nature as well as social sector work.
Up next is going to be yet another interesting panel discussion where we will be talking about the journey of from challengers to champions, how future ready really are brands today and how are they conquering the global market. Mr. Sundar, all yours.
Thank you so much. In working with global customers for their digital transformation, how do you deal with conversations or how do you position the company when it comes to helping all of your customers adapt to this pace of change?
We work around this in multiple ways. So for example, with Google Cloud, we have a partnership on the most coveted topic of generative AI, where we are creating a joint center of excellence with Google Cloud, such that it helps clients scale very quickly. Same way with Microsoft, we have something which is related to the Azure factory, such that those which are looking at scaling their operations very quickly, we are able to be ready for them. So very broadly, if you ask me, how do we keep our clients ready? One, by keeping ourselves ready, by being ready with those conversations even before they are ready to ask for it.
Considering the growing demand for agile, data-driven technology, how are you enabling enterprises to harness AI, helping them become effective in their marketing, so to speak?
If you go a decade back, technology used to be a part of the strategy across organizations. Today, I can say this with a lot of confidence and responsibility that technology is the strategy within organizations. Now, AI has also been in existence for about a decade or two. Yeah. I think generative AI technologies can really do wonders for marketing. You can create content, you can probably tailor-make content, you can create bespoke engagements using Gen AI technologies. Those days of carpet marketing, carpet bombing are done.
How do you see AI impacting customer engagement, tailor-making customer experiences, for instance?
Today's strategy is not about opening as many doors to engage your customers. Today's strategy is about selecting that one door of opportunity and closing the other doors, which would help you optimize your efforts, your returns, and at the same time, be more laser focused. And that is what was the power of ChatGPT-4.
With today's attention spans, right? You're just flipping through things so quickly. What are your thoughts on this loss of tangibility and how do you balance?
You need to basically, talk the language of the consumer. Instead of bringing the consumer to what you're trying to sell, you go there to what they really want. So then think of, why do you whip out your phone from your pocket these days? Research says that one of the primary reasons is to take a picture. It's not even to take a call. And then, call comes a little later. So take a picture, you're probably watching a movie, listening to music, or you're playing games, or a video call, and then also a voice call, right? So there's a list. So for me, that's my interest area. So there is passion areas which consumers are clearly demonstrating. I'll give you an example. So we, as a B2B brand, ran a campaign called Unleash Your Dreams on identifying talent in smartphone photography, movies, and music. And we got in several, celebrity influencers to kind of mentor a nationwide contest. And we found people and gave a platform for them to showcase their talent. And as part of that, of course, they realized that the phone and the processor and the phone is doing a big task for them. and therefore, that's kind of a different way to, get their attention, because that's a passion area for them, and they're going to give you a lot of time.
Joining us now is our chief guest for the evening. We have with us Shri Vineet Goenkaji, Secretary, Center for Knowledge Sovereignty, Member Program Committee, Gandhi Smriti and Darshan, Ministry of Culture, Government of India, former spokesperson, BJP Delhi, former national convener, IT Cell BJP, to really talk to about and tell us more about how a bold vision to propel India forward, how one can really take technology and empower India in every nook and corner. May I request all of you to please put your hands together for him as he steps forward and addresses this August gathering.
When we talk about governance and the technology in this, the thought which comes to our mind when we sit there in the policy making box is Sarva Sukhina Bhavantu, which means that everybody has to be happy. Have you ever thought about that girl who is not educated, if I can use the word illiterate, stays in village, may not be aware of all their rights what you have, and she goes to a talati or a revenue officer to collect her benefits. You can guess what can happen? Any guess? The social evils? And I'm very happy to tell you that IT came as a solution to us. The process of Jan Dhan migrated almost around 44%, and now today more than 70% of the population is on mobiles, on the banking system. And the benefits, when they have been transferred by the central government, it takes only few seconds to reach to those beneficiary without even meeting the distributing officer. So the word of Sarva Sukhina Bhavantu happens here because we have technology to our part. So please, when you come out with technological solution, think how we can help make life better for the other person who is next to me, the next Bharatiya who is there. Bharat Mata ki jai.
What's going to happen next is that my speaker is really going to talk about how we can fasten and create a roller coaster ride through the thrilling world of gadgets. Joining us now with this sensational next level transportation is none other than Mr. Yogesh Ramanathan, CEO and founder, Vinata Aero Mobility. Round of applause.
The technology, what we are working is sustainable. Our vision is to be more safe and sustainable fast commuting, thus reducing commuting hours into minutes through advanced aero mobility. So which is 4x faster than cars and 1.5x faster than flights and 62% straight away cut down of carbon reduction. So building advanced aero mobility, which is SAF plus electricity. When I was saying Asia's first hybrid flying car, it's a hybrid mode of transportation. You have electricity in the hardware and also a SAF fuel, which is pumped in the vehicle. Today fuel cost is 105 rupees, 10 rupees, depends on city to city. So which straight away 30 to 40 rupees we are throwing into garbage, only sitting idle in a car in a traffic jam. It's not only about a fuel wastage or time consuming. It's also about the carbon emission which we attribute, 1.5 gigation by 2050. If we address these three challenges, we can even save 3.11 trillion worth of fuel. UAM, every new technology adoption is play a key role for continuous technology innovation. With this note, thank you.
In association with Edelweiss Mutual Fund, SIP se sab hoga.
Coming up on Meet the Drapers.
We're calling in from Vatican City, looking for those entrepreneurs wherever they may be.
1 million euros.
The business is huge. How do we know that you're going to be the big winner?
It's the first one in Italy.
Isn't there a privacy issue?
We have the power of the cardinal here going through the crystal ball. And that vibe is
800. हर खरीदारी के साथ एक गोल्ड कॉइन मुफ्त। कल्याण ज्वेलर्स।
अरे यार आउट हो गया।
कहाँ आउट हो गया?
अरे ये आउट हो गया, ले पकड़। नेक्स्ट बैट्समैन। रेडी रहना, पैडअप पैडअप।
उठाओ वो सवाल जो दबा दिए गए, पूछो वो बात जो छुपा दी गई, सिस्कियों का हिसाब मांगो। जो जिम्मेदार हैं उनसे अपना आज, अपना कल मांगो। इससे पहले कि चुप्पियां सब राख कर दें, पूछ लीजिए। सवाल पब्लिक का नाविका कुमार के साथ टाइम्स नाउ नव भारत पर।
एक दिन मैं एक ऑटोमेटिक पेंसिल बनाऊंगी जो मेरा सारा होमवर्क करेगी। मैं एक फ्रिज बनाऊंगा जो अनलिमिटेड आइसक्रीम बनाएगी। मैं एक मशीन बनाऊंगी जो मेरे ड्रीम्स रिकॉर्ड करेगा।
When you believe nothing is impossible, you see no limits. Engineering solutions for a limitless world. Kirloskar.
Welcome to Indeed Future Works.
Take the Futura dosa tawa. Futura strong handles don't loosen. Its thickness is just right. The dosa does not stick.
Futura dosa tawa.
May I request for all of you to please put your hands together as I now request Sir to unveil our coffee table book amongst us all right here. Please do put your hands together as we bring to you our coffee table book, Best Tech Brands 2023. May I request all of you to please put your hands together as we present to you Best Tech Brands. Let's hear a round of applause for Capgemini Technology Services India Limited.
Since we human beings created this AI, it is our responsibility to make sure that output that we generate out of these AI tools is also ethical. Consumers these days are very conscious and self-aware, and they want to deal with and work with organizations who are inclusive, sustainable, and humane. Now, how to do that? I'll give our own example as Capgemini. Capgemini is a very human-centric brand, has always been. Our brand promise is get the future you want. This promise is to our clients and partners, our own employees, and the society we live in. The promise that we will create the future that you desire along with you. Hashtag get the future you want.
Let's hear it up for Control S Data Centers Limited, joining us on stage to accept the beautiful trophy.
When we look at our service delivery, our services to our customers, we analyze the tickets for TATs, we analyze the SOPs for the time taken, we also analyze it by person, we analyze it by technology. So that any missing points, each individual 360-degree has the same view. It is not based on anybody's bias or based on experience. Combine this experience, especially in cybersecurity, where lately we have got a lot of threats like ransomware, like insider attacks, etc. When you combine this analytics in cybersecurity, a lot of clutter is removed.
I extend a very warm welcome to DocView.ai joining us on stage.
Critical concerns for technology brands are data privacy, cybersecurity threats, ethical use of AI, and sustainable production. To overcome these, the brands must prioritize transparency, invest in robust security measures, and champion eco-friendly initiatives. Consumer trust and brand resilience lie in proactive, responsible approaches to these pressing challenges.
Please do put your hands together for Sopra Steria India.
We are honored to be recognized as one of the best tech brands. This reaffirms our commitment to the Indian IT industry and reflects our dedication to helping our customers achieve their digital transformation goals. At Sopra Steria, we place people at the core of our growth. We foster an environment where innovative ideas are valued and rewarded. Our people will shape the world for us.
Please put your hands together for Sopra Banking Software India.
Sopra Banking Software is a global financial technology company that helps banks and leading financial services industry to reimagine how to operate in an increasingly digital world. SBS is a trusted partner of more than 1,500 financial institutions in over 80 countries worldwide. It is recognized as a top 10 European fintech company by IDC. We would really like to extend our gratitude to the Times Group for recognizing us as one of the best tech brands.
Please put your hands together as I now welcome Inspirisys Solutions Limited joining us on stage.
If enterprises have to take full potential of artificial intelligence, they need to focus on the fundamentals, like data engineering leading to data readiness, right? Data readiness should be looked at from the holistic point, from entire various channels of data from within the enterprise. The holistic view of data needs to be taken in order to be able to do better utilization, because most of them have interrelations which need to be understood, so that enterprises can benefit fully from the artificial intelligence.
It's time we put our hands together for WebWorks Iron Mountain Data Centers.
Today, trends like artificial intelligence, cloud, 5G are being increasingly used in the core decision making in the organizations. We at WebWorks Iron Mountain Data Centers are providing this cutting edge technology as a platform to the organizations, so that this technology is not only limited to the larger organizations, but because of our true pay-per-use pricing or the charging mechanism is also available to the medium size and the smaller organizations. Thank you.
Please put your hands together for Zscaler.
We believe better business performance should be powered by better insights. This is why Zscaler leverages the 500 trillion daily signals to deliver business analytics to our customers. We have developed and are operating the world's largest inline security cloud, which processes more than 300 billion daily transactions. Our proxy-based architecture and cloud security data lake, paired with Zscaler's large language models for secure connectivity, provides one of the most comprehensive views of an organization's security posture. We also deliver large volumes of valuable anonymized training data to continuously improve the AI models and intelligently predict breaches with precision.
Let's make some noise for Hexaware Technologies.
Security in general and cybersecurity for sure is a data and AI problem. Think about, the event that happened in Israel a few days ago. It's their 9/11 moment. What is for sure is this: as they analyze this in future, they will find that there were lots of breadcrumbs and lots of evidence pointing to an imminent attack that they missed. This is what AI can do: connect those dots, create that pattern. The same thing was true in 9/11. Now, I'm talking about security, but not cybersecurity. But that concept and principle is even more true for cybersecurity because the amount of data points that could be analyzed are manifold that in the physical world.
May I request all of you to please put your hands together as I present you Best Tech Brands, Adani Connex. Bosch Global Software Technologies. Let's put our hands together. Broadridge Financial Solutions India Private Limited. Let's hear it up as we recognize Best Tech Brands. Many best wishes to Signity Technologies. Cisco Systems India Private Limited. Next is yet another Best Tech brand. Please put your hands together for Collabora Digital. May I request all of you to please put your hands together and welcome Google Cloud. Up next is yet another brand that has created wonders, HSBC Technology India. ETH recognizes Best Tech Brands. Please put your hands together for Kelton. Let's make some noise for N-Store Technologies Private Limited. Please do put your hands together as we extend a warm welcome to NTT Global Data Centers and Cloud Infrastructure India. Please do put your hands together for OpenViva. It's time to put our hands together for Qualcomm. Yet another Best Tech brand joining us on stage. Let's hear it up for Shesa Sign. This platform has been created by ETH to really bring together the Best Tech Brands 2023. And I'd like to once again congratulate each of you holding on to that trophy. Thank you for being here.